Hey, welcome back to the Google Data Analytics Certification Capstone project on the Caribou Data Science YouTube channel. Okay, today is August the 6th, 2021. We're getting, after yesterday, we're getting really close to getting uh, the de- to getting ready to do some data visualizations. Okay, we still got some cleaning to do. All right, probably the main thing we got to do is get rid of the null values. Get rid of the rows that contain null values in it. Let's open up our code here. So let's come back over here. Okay. I think let's go back and take a review because I think that we've already we calculated duration correctly. Uh, let's come back up here a little ways. Upper. Okay. Okay. Let's come over here to our change log and put this spread along each node's in. Okay. This was from our quote a manager. As you can see, I raised Lydia Marina, the director of marketing. I raised 3 questions with her. Uh, Concerns with the data. One was we had 10,552 rows with missing where trip durations were 0 or less than or equal to 0. We had 122,000 rows missing starting station name. Okay. Then as many as 1,292 stations with 2 different station IDs. I was advised by Lily Morena. Let's just put a date up here. August 6th. Okay. This is the main thing. Let's see. Let's check the total number of rows we actually have. Start with. Okay. 348 total rows. 3.4 million. let's just go and leave that there for right now. Okay. I want you to notice here is that so far we haven't actually done any actual analysis. We're still cleaning data. So very quickly, again, we load libraries, load the data, create a single data frame called bike rides, check for check for check for what? Blank rows and blank columns. Pull out the time portion, the date portion of the start at the start of the start date. Convert the start the started at and ended at fields to timestamps, year, month, day, hour, minutes, seconds. Okay. Then I come down here and I pull out the only the hours or the hour in which the ride started. Okay. We can come down here and we're going to calculate the actual duration. Then we're going to say duration greater than 0. Okay. So what we got to do next is let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of rows. Uh, well, where the I think maybe the last thing we can do before we can actually start doing some aggregate summaries, because what we're going to do some summaries by, well, you can see we're going to base our summary data based on this information from Lily Marina. Okay, we're going to do station by date. We're going to use by station. We're going to do it. Focus our attention on station name, aggregate to perform functions on date, station name, rider, member class, and bike type. Okay, that's our. So that's where we are right now. So let's come back over here. Remove R's with NA. Okay, this could be fairly simple actually. So the df function returns. Well, you got to come back up here and run this from the top then. So you get all the data updated. I'm going to try to keep this video to just under a 15 to 20 minutes today. We want to remove the NAs first up here, okay? So, okay. So, where did we leave off? Here? Again, pulling out some date functions here. And now we're actually here we're actually calculating the duration. Then we're removing any rows that don't have a zero in it. Okay. Okay, now we run this. Let me take a look over here so you can see there is we've dropped down from 3,489 to 3,478. So that we did see some drop down there, okay? Now let's try this. Excellent, so that did work, right? Okay, very good. So let's put this up here then. Okay, so that does work. Okay, we can do the drop NA up here. Okay, very good. Let's see. So currently DF is 347. Okay. So the question, does this work now? The drop NA, of course, is part of the Tidyverse package. It's probably part of like dplyr or tidy. I think it's maybe actually part of tidyr. Okay. So now the number is 334. Okay, good. Reduced. Okay. So now we're probably finally to the point when our data is clean. I'm thinking the one last thing we want to do is maybe eliminate some of the frames, some of the names. Okay. Now notice, since this is a Tidyverse function, we can simply add Tidyverse onto here. Let's put this up here. No, that's not it. Into that, because that's the date functions. No, it'd probably be quicker to do, maybe quicker to do white ID. We're basically going to remove the columns we don't need. Don't care about end station name. Okay. So now we're going to, the minus sign means we don't want to, we want to drop these rows. So this will reduce our data set down to, let's see exactly what we do here. From 18 variables down to 15 variables, and that may not seem like a lot. Okay, so this is going to end part 2 of this video. The main thing we accomplished today was creating a change log, also contacting our manager with questions about some potentially bad or missing data. Uh, and finally, we removed all the rows that contain an NAM. Okay. significantly reducing our number of rows. So, and last but not least, we removed some columns that we didn't need. And here again is our change log, okay? So anyway, let's just see if we can run this from the top and see exactly what happens. Now you can see this is running very slow because I'm trying to import quite a bit of data. I mean, we could, of course, keep the data imports separate, but we want the client to actually have access to all the code, okay? And this should produce a PDF document. The advantage with our markdown, you can create slideshows, you can create HTML documents, you can create PDF documents, and you can create Word documents. Now, the advantage to HTML documents, you can include interactive plots in there. Okay. So once again, this is a reminder. I'm running an HP laptop with the i5 processor and 16 gigabytes of RAM. So here you can see. Here you can see we have. Well, that didn't work right, did it? Okay. So I'll come back and fix this thing here later on. We need to have it. So anyway, I'll tweak this change log a little bit. We don't need to do it online. But anyway, so, we've pretty much finished the data cleaning at this point. And we're now ready to move on to the next intermediate step, which is to create some aggregate, some summary data, summary by dates, summary by membership type, some by bike type, okay? And we'd also do things like count the number of rides per day. We can count the number of rides per day per membership type, and so forth, and so forth. And because we're dealing with again categorical variables, the easiest thing to do is just to perform counts on them. And we got trip duration. So we've really pretty well covered at this point. Okay. Thanks so much for your time. Hope you found this lesson in part 2 of the data cleaning exercise helpful and instructive. All questions and comments can certainly be put below.